Hey Billy, how about a short history of Chinese food in Greensboro? Said absolutely no one ever. What you're looking at is 314 North Church Street in Greensboro, North Carolina. This Tudor-inspired house I remember as a kid being Young's Chinese and American restaurant. There were beautiful, spacious dining rooms with high ceilings inside, but my dad would always get the food to go. The Chinese spare ribs were our favorite. I would tag along with my father on occasion. This was maybe 1970. I remember a little kid, like 4 or 5 years old, that hung out in the reception area, belonging to the owners, I guess. My dad usually gave that little boy a quarter. For decades, Greensboro only had one Chinese restaurant, the Lotus, owned by Peter Jung York Lee, beginning around 1935. Also known as the Lotus House, it was located at 105 South Greene Street, the former location of a Sears and Roebuck auto accessory store. Recollections from people who worked at Lotus stated that the place opened in the 1920s, but I can't find any evidence of that in city directories of that era. However, it could be true. Here's a little known fact. In the 20s and 30s, there was a strip of tiny storefronts on East Market Street that served as what we today might call pop-up stores or ghost kitchens. Folks cooked the food at home and brought it downtown to sell out of the front door. Could Lotus have started there? Could ancient aliens who came from the gods be responsible? We don't know. It's pure speculation on my part. But it was virtually the only way to get semi-exotic foods downtown that wasn't what was called plantation style, that every restaurant served. Your mashed potatoes, collard greens, pork chops, green beans, hamburgers, hot dogs, barbecue sandwiches, fried chicken, bacon and egg breakfast, country fried steak, that type of thing. And in fact, Lotus served typical American staples as well. Steaks, cornbread, biscuits, apple pie. John Young went to work in the kitchen in 1938 at Lotus. He told Jim Slosser in 2005 that the place mainly served fried rice, chop suey, and chow mein on the Chinese side of the menu. He said you didn't have wonton soup and all the other stuff they have now. Lotus House on Greene was the only Chinese restaurant in Greensboro for at least 30 years until Young's Chinese American restaurant opened in 1965 at East Bessemer and English, a few years later moving to the aforementioned 314 Church Street location where business was booming. Hey, I'm not done yet, but push the like button and share this story and subscribe to this channel for more obscure Greensboro history, including the story of how Greek immigrants defined the restaurant scene from the very beginning in the Gate City. In 1965, the lavish Showboat Dinner Theater opened off of Highway 68 on Gallimore Dairy Road in a building resembling a New Orleans riverboat where patrons crossed a bridge over a man-made lagoon to traverse from the parking lot to the theater. They tried to take on the bar and dinner theater, but that enterprise only lasted a few years. Around 1972 until 1975, this location became the home of Young's Galley, a second location for Young's. Lotus House closed in the late 1970s. Young's on Church Street remained open until the mid-1980s. By that time, there were several Chinese restaurants in Greensboro, most notably Golden Dragon at 2416 Battleground, beginning in 1970 in a simple standalone brick edifice, strictly takeout, and oh man, it was so good. I love that place. Today, my go-to is China's Best in the Lawndale Shopping Center. Hey, what's your favorite Chinese restaurant in Greensboro? Leave a comment below. By 2005, 20 years after Young's closed, there were more than 40 Chinese restaurants populating Greensboro. And today, we even have an actual, authentic Chinese eatery at Brassfield, Captain Chen's, and that is highly recommended. If you've never had authentic Chinese food, check it out. It is so good. It's the real thing. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to press that like button. Thank you.